Okay. All right. So yeah, first off, I want to thank you guys for joining in with us today. What we're going to be doing over the course of the next few for the next few weeks, few months actually, we're getting back into the routine of doing a series of our trainings where we come in and just talk to our beauty professionals, interview some of our speakers because we do have an in-person event coming up. But the thing about us interviewing our speakers is going to give you guys something that you can learn about this industry, seeing if this is something that you're really interested in, and give you the opportunity to ask questions, hear other perspectives. So we have a big panel of educators, experts in our industry that we want to work with. So today, our guest speaker is none other than our one of our own, Kent Hunter. Some of you guys probably know him because me and Kent have worked together quite a few times in other classes. So today we're going to have him interview. He is a master hair care specialist. And I'm going to let him give a little bit more background about himself. But you guys, I don't know, give some reactions down there in the chat to welcome Kent onto our platform today. Woo, Kent. You go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know what's going on with you.
Okay.
Like,
can everybody hear me?
Located and all that.
Can everybody hear me right? Well?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, y'all let him know if he can hear y'all. If I can hear him.
So my name is Kent Hunter. I own a barbershop on Washington Road, 3705 Washington Road. That barbershop is called The Art of Fades. I've been cutting hair now. Well, I started cutting hair and making money doing it about 15 years old. So I've been cutting hair for a while. Specifically today, we're going to talk about men's hair loss, the solutions, the expert techniques, and the business strategies of it. So some of the expert techniques, a smaller breakdown would be, let me know if I'm jumping ahead too much.
Oh, but yeah, stop right there. That's it. Just let them know like what type of client, because we're gonna jump into that. Yeah, we're gonna get to the conversation so they can be a flow. Hey. So what would you say, and thank you guys for coming in. We're gonna actually everybody on mute. And no, there we go. We're gonna actually everybody put themselves on mute. Like, we're gonna open up the floor for questions and things like that. So you can talk to Kent. So Kent, what is it that you're like? Who is your ideal client? Who do you work with the most right now?
So I work with, oddly enough, it's a split. It's just as many young men getting hair loss units as older men. Yes. When they're younger, they're receding. They just don't want to deal with hair loss at a young age. So these guys are oftentimes ideal participants for the hair loss solution. And also with the older gentlemen, they don't mind going gray as much, but they don't like the male pattern baldness that they're dealing with. So they'll come and they'll get a unit. And sometimes it'll just be the front and it won't be the entire unit. But these are the guys that I look for, that I try to make sure when I'm out and about. Discreet in doing this because they are, a little self-conscious about their hair loss. So when approaching them, it has to be a plan with that as well. But those are the guys that I look for. I can't hear you. Good. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. I can't hear you.
I hear them.
You hear me?
Oh, y'all probably hear me. I'm on out there. Okay. I had my microphone in and it fell out, so that's probably what's going on. Y'all hear me better now?
No problem.
Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah. So like I said, we have Kent on our platform, guys, because like I said, he specializes in doing predominantly his techniques are used on male clients. Of course, with him being a barber, he attracts that. But his techniques can be used on males or females. But today, because he deals with more men, we wanted you guys to get a feel of it, because we know we have people who do barbering, whether you're male or female. And we also want you guys to just kind of get an idea of what that looks like on an everyday basis. So we're going to just kind of start that conversation. So once again, thank you all for jumping in. Like I said, there's going to be a few more hopping in. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. We do have somebody who mentioned that they are doing male clients right now. So they're glad that you're on here, Kent. And so, yeah, so first question, when it comes to understanding hair loss male patterns, like what are some of the most common causes that you see when you're dealing with your hair loss clients? Like who are the most popular, like the patterns of hair loss that you're seeing when it comes to the men you're working with?
So what are the most popular patterns?
Yes.
So the
when
most
like,
popular,
like I do see more like on the androgenetic, or you seeing like more frontal issues going on, people having that same, some people do, everybody do that you cut out. Is that what you're seeing, or is it like a variety of things that you're working with?
Right. So yes, it'll be at the frontal and the parietal ridge is oftentimes where we have hair loss. Okay. Also, the very top of the head, the top of the cranial, the apex, top of the head, the crown, some people call it. We also deal with male pattern baldness there as well. That's going to be the most common spot. It's going to be right in the top, the center of the head, the crown of the head, where the hair starts to, the wick of the hair, the hair starts to grow at. That's where we find a lot of that male bald pattern baldness at.
Okay. All right. And so when you actually are dealing with these people, how do you kind of identify what type of solution is best for them? Like, how do you handle that? When they come into your office, you just like, okay, I already know what I'm going to do. Do you just have the hair on hand? Like, what is your steps in a client coming into your office? How do you handle that?
Starting like with a consultation?
Yes. That's what we want to hear. You already know what I want to hear, but I can't assume that everybody knows.
So, the consultation, sometimes we're not going to do the work at that moment because we're talking about it. We also, at this point, we're still selling. So at this point, we're also touching pressure points in this conversation, emotional points in this conversation with our client. We understand at this point that they have hair loss. We understand at this point they're uncomfortable with the hair loss. We understand at this point they stand in front of you and they're willing to do something about it. So at that point, your consultation needs to be, of course, we care about the client, but at this point, your consultation needs to be closing that sale. Now, once that's that. Now, once that sale is closed, the consultation, we're talking about the hair now. Mm-hmm. We're looking at what type of unit are we going to use on your hair now? How much is that unit going to cost now? So it might seem like I'm jumping back and forth, but this is all in the same breath. So you're trying to close this deal. Right. You understanding that this client has to spend money on this unit, but this unit is $400. Mm-hmm. And that's not even talking about the application of the unit. So now we're giving them the price of the unit, but at the same breath, we also are talking about why this would be so good for them, mm-hmm. why this could change their life, how this can make them feel better with the opposite sex, how this can make them feel better with their wife, mm-hmm. how this can make them feel better in church. So these are the points and these are the things that we cover, or in your mind that you kind of want to cover when you're trying to going through this consultation. You're also going to going through this consultation. You're going to look at their nose. We're looking at the contour of their face, because now you understand exactly what type of unit you're going to have to use. Maybe this would be a free hair lay unit, or maybe this would be a polyurethane unit that you're going to use adhesively. So that's in that consultation. I know I could have said exactly what I did, but I feel like what I just said was like a good round ball of what needs to be going on in the mind when your client is in front of you.
Following me. Does anybody have any questions so far about that? Because like I said that, I know we always drill in consultations and everybody's going to have a different approach to consultations. So with him dealing with the males, like I said, he's kind of, I tell people, go ahead and do what you're already comfortable with. If you're already comfortable doing barbering, him checking the contour lines and stuff like that, that's what he would do just for a regular client anyway. But now that he has hair loss, he's having to create a hairline for these individuals. Mm-hmm. Doing the same approach he was already doing on that barbering side. It's just now, okay, I'm creating something that wasn't there. All right. So if that sounds a little unfamiliar, that is kind of like the approach that we're talking about. Like, we know consultation is ideal, but that's going to give him time to see what style does this person need, what is their desired look. What are the pain points? What is hair loss causing for these individuals to even want them to feel like, why did you even come to me? That's one of my biggest things. What made you decide today that you want to come? That really helps with that closing that sale, guys, because if you could kind of talk to that area of it, this person's tired of going to people. They're tired of wearing wigs. Me in cases like they usually wear hats, or they can't just be
Fibers.
out there open. Oh, they can't.
I was just saying they also use a lot of fibers which don't last.
Yeah, don't last. Yeah, so there's different pain points for these male clients that Kent can speak to, and when he's talking to them during his consultation, he's letting them know, well, here's the solutions I have for you for that. Someone says, does he have any vendors that he prefers to work with? And somebody also said, okay, we got Diagnosis iPhone says, do you have vendors that you prefer to work with? And somebody also asked, I know those terms that he used. It's important to know who, what, how, and why. Yes, Johanna, that is very true. So yes. Kent, how do you go about getting those type of units or knowing what to order for those individuals?
Okay, so are we giving the vendors right now?
No, don't necessarily give. You don't have to get specific, but how would you go about, like, how do you choose what vendors you want to work with?
So I'm gonna be straight up. When it comes to the vendors, guys, a lot of times I'll talk to Amber about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's about me, right? So as far as me, that's the route that I go about a vendor when I have to get a unit. Mm-hmm. When it comes to the free lay, I use African hair twist. It's African hair twist. It's going to be human hair, and this is what I use for the free lay.
Okay, explain to them what is a free lay, Kent, because that may be new to people.
So a free lay is not a polyurethane cap. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have a polyurethane cap. It is not that. This is going to be more like the weaves that you see the girls get from the store, but the high quality weave. It'll be that's the type of weave I'm talking about. Bundle. That's the type of bundle I'm talking about. And I would get this bundle, from. You can get this bundle from the beauty store. Mm-hmm. Now, if they don't have that human hair in that beauty store, you can ask the lady there to point you to it or order it for you. That's how I get my free lay hair. I don't go outside of the states to get my bundles of weaves to do the men's hair units.
And sometimes for guys, y'all, like with the clientele he has, sometimes men are a little more instant than us. Like women, you can kind of like let them like, hey, we're ordering something more custom to you. I might work with a vendor, but this is a good alternative, people, for those who may have those clients, or maybe you're just more comfortable going to the store. Some people don't trust working with vendors. Okay, so with Kent, he has an approach when he orders his hair, and he knows what hair stores he can go to have what he needs. And if you're cool with the hair store, guys, you can even get them to request what you kind of need too. Make it very specialized.
Yep, that's the jump as well. I'll go into the hair store here on in Augusta, Georgia, on Wrightsboro Road, and she already know that I'm coming for something special. So she already going to say, I got something in the back. Or she's going to say, Kent, what do you need? Or you doing another hair unit today? And a lot of times when you build that network, when you build that rapport with those at the beauty supply store, you can even get discounts at that rate at some time as well. But they're always going to be giving you the latest and the newest of what's going on in the industry. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, yeah, we have this new bundle, or we have this adhesive, the new adhesive Ghost Bond Super Max that just came out. That's how I found out about the Ghost Bond, the new Ghost Bond. So, yeah, the rapport, dealing with your local beauty supply stores can get you far as well.
Exactly. And so somebody did ask Miriam Jennings, she put in there, could you to name the brand? So he can he give y'all some free game, y'all. If he decides to put the brand, it'll be up to you. I do give them a vendor list sometimes too, Kent. So at the end of the day, to learn how to lay the free lay, you do want to get trained through, Kent. But
that's why this class is so important.
Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to put that in there. But like I said, he does have, come see.
I'm not putting it in there.
He's not okay, but hey, like I said, I'll tell you, that's educated discretion on that, guys. So but like I said, you get the approach. You go, and I'm gonna tell y'all now. Kent does the free lay. I've seen him do it ample times. Y'all know I teach hair replacement. I would have to be trained to do that. Like the way he teases it, the way the free lay hair looks, and like and to give you guys something a little practical of what you could relate it to. Like you said, the hair that women use, crochet hair. It almost looks like crochet hair that has no tracks on it. But the way he teases it and prepares it and texturizes it before he lays it down, and the blending approach he has to do to make sure it blends with the hair that they have, it takes some expertise. And I've seen Kent do some things on people where we said it was like parting the Red Sea or something like that. By the way the person's hair loss landed, it was like the edges, and they had some things going on down the middle of their head. Young person. And he was able to match the hair to that using the free lay approach, because everybody doesn't want their hair shaved off. Everybody, may not be maybe they're not ready to do the investment of a cranial prosthesis, like a topper or a toupee or something like that. So having these other techniques under your belt will give you those options for those who might want to ease into it or might just need to just blend their peaks, and they don't need a whole lot going on for that. So like I said, that's why we like to bring Kent in to show these different type of techniques. So yeah, we got so Rena knows she done came to you. She said she's seen him in action. Yes, Kent is good. Yep, he is. All right. So so I said we got a few more topics we want to cover with you guys because we don't want to hold y'all too long. So when it comes to marketing, Kent, well, you kind of already hit the thing about, how do you stay up on the innovative approaches? Did you want to add any more about that? Like I know you were saying sometimes you go to the stores and your vendors help you see, what is the latest adhesives out there. Is there any other tips you want to give about how do you stay up on the latest strategies that's out there?
Our hair events. Hair events.
Okay.
That's how I even got into hair loss. I was in New Orleans at a hair. I was at a hair.
You can't be all day like that.
Gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
That's how I even got into hair loss.
Doing continued education, guys. Continued education. And for anybody who's jumping in on these lives, if you are interested in how to get in on this training or this conversation with Kent, just type event down in the chats and we'll make sure we get to you guys. We got some people on live who's tuning in too. That's enjoying your conversation. But all right, so guys, continued education. You definitely want to do that. Staying into your vendors will let you know if you're locked in with vendors that you use on a regular basis, they're going to let you know. So so this is just repeated information, but you're hearing it from a barber perspective and how he deals with it in his own way. So marketing, Kent, how do you find the people that you want to work with? Like, how do you get them in your chair?
So I have you can look me up online, the Artifacts Barbershop.
Yep.
Hair loss and restoration. That's what it's under. And that hair loss and restoration is what gives me those clicks. Because now you'll click it because it's a barbershop, but oh yeah, this guy also does hair loss restoration. And the only reason I knew that because it was in the title. So in marketing, in your title, make sure you putting what you do inside of your title instead of putting your hobbies. It'll give you it'll give you your hobbies. You can put your hobbies in there and that'll pop up. But that's not we're not talking about your hobbies. We're talking about what you do at your business. So the shop name is, you can look it up. It's in Google, the Artifacts Barbershop, hair loss restoration. And when that comes up, that kind of funnels these guys to me. So I kind of created my own funnel with the name. So now with that, I have pictures on there, and you will see the stages. You will see the guy's pattern of baldness. Then you will see the application of the adhesive, and then you will see the application of the loose hair. So pictures on there also funnels these guys to me. Sometime I'll drop an ad on Facebook. Honestly, I don't drop an ad so much on Instagram, but I'll drop an ad or two on Facebook. I'll word of mouth, my business cards. Give me 1 second. Let me grab.
But I got it. I said Artifacts. You said it's Artifacts and hair restoration, right? They're asking how to they want to look you up. Yeah, he has a lot of before and after, guys. Artifacts.
Absolutely.
It's for Artifacts and hair restoration, right?
Right. So I don't know if y'all guys can see that or not.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's it. The Artifacts Barbershop and hair restoration is what you'll see.
Yeah. So now with these cards, guys, what I do is I'll do kind of take the mind of EDDM, so every door direct mail, but I do every door direct card. So like if I'm in a parking lot, I'll put these in the windshields of the parking lot. Now I've done this. You'll do this in the mall. You'll do this in the grocery store. You'll do this at Dollar General, Walmart, anywhere you go. There's the cards. You can place your card inside of the windshield or the windshield wiper to market yourself. I was talking to younger guys, and they kept asking me, "How do I have such a big clientele? How do I have a big clientele?" I tell them guerrilla market. So a lot of times internet works well, but a lot of times you can make money. You can become a star in your own city, in your own place that you live. So that's what I try to focus on.
Good. And so that was a lot of organic. I know some people get caught up in like ads and like I say, social media does get you out there. Like I said, but his name is bringing the people. Like it's in his name that he deals with hair restoration services. So that is a huge help. We are we're actually in the same area. We are in a military town, and it's not. There's so many clients, guys. I'm not stepping on Kent clients. He's not stepping on mine. Because there's so many people that tailor it down to what they, what they need done, what services they need. So yeah, so getting out there like how he's doing is really, really good, guys. And he hasn't even and that's just some things, y'all. That's not even tapping into all the insurance things that you guys are interested in, tapping into the VA stuff. He has a full booked out clientele from doing his own leg work. So like I said, guys, it's all about if you really put yourself out there, you have a service that you're offering, put it out there. When you look up his Google listing, you should see his before and afters. It speaks for itself. So people come to, they find what they need from, looking up things. And Google searching is really, really, it's not hard to set up. If you guys are looking to set up a Google profile, go to, I believe it's googleprofile.com, and you can set up your business information, set up ways that people can book you and get scheduled for your information, for your services. So thank you on that, Kent. And also, as far as like, how do you, you're marketing these clients, you got the clients coming in, they're coming in for their install. What do you, how do you maintain those clients? How do you retain them in your chair? Do you have them get on some type of maintenance? Well, you know what, before we even do the consultation, before we move to the maintenance, when they come in, are they, you have a barbershop. So are they coming in and other people are there? Do you have like a certain time of the day that you do hair loss clients? Like, how do you flow when it, like now that you're doing hair restoration services and non-surgical hair placement, like what does it look like for the client when they come to your facility? Is it like this barbershop setup, or have you amped yours up in a different way?
No, so it's same setup, but no, it's an appointment. No one comes in. No one comes in. This is very important. This is very, very important. It has to. This is very important. The shop shuts down for their appointment.
Yep.
And the money that you make from that appointment, even if you cut 3, 4, or 5 heads, you'll still have made more. You still made more money doing the unit.
So really good. And I want the barbers to hear that, it's a money thing. Like, don't feel like because you're not having people sitting around waiting because you're doing this one service. One service compensates for that time because now it's more specialized. Right. You pretty much got it back in your unit cost. Yep. And like I said, the consultation and all that together.
Yep. And then you think about once you do one hair unit, you'll say, well, if I can just do 2 hair units, if I can do about 3 hair units a week, I'm only doing units.
Yep. Yep. And like I said, you don't really hear barbers that do the appointment only. So what made you get to the point of saying like, I just want to do appointment only? Like what kind of got you to that?
Just controlling the chaos, because being in this industry, our lives is what everybody else's life is.
Yeah.
So but I'm not a disorganized person, so I'm not going to allow you to bring that chaos into my life or schedule. So the best way for this to work is for me to put you on a schedule and put you on an appointment to give you some order as well. And I'll be here for the appointment. So I stick to the appointment to bring order to your own life.
Yep.
Because now you might want to go to lunch. You might want to run to the hair store. You might want to run home, go get the baby, go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Pay a bill.
You got a lot of amens down here. They saying everybody's agreeing with the privacy, the having the peace. Yeah. And guys, y'all can actually count your money better like that too. If you know your schedule for the month, or let's say for the week, you might have to start small. I know who all is coming this week because I have set appointments all week and I'm not waiting. Once you have started specializing, guys, you should not be waiting for to see. You should kind of know, already have an idea of what's coming in. And for those of you guys who might still be accepting walk-ins and like things like that, just kind of add up. Just add up kind of what you get. You'll notice that you're getting kind of the same amount. You just, like I said, the chaos clients are just on some chaotic stuff, and you're going to have to bring that order to them so that you can still, guarantee your money versus I know by the end of the week I'm gonna have this amount of people. No, you already know that. So put him on an appointment book and have an appointment slot. So when you are transitioning to doing hair loss services, if that's what you choose to do, it's not a hard transition because people already are used to come to on appointments. But yeah, we do have somebody ask, how much do you charge for consultations, and how much time in your schedule do you set aside for that?
So my consultations are free. You're gonna get more flies with honey. You're gonna get your first time you meet them and trying to get in their pockets, the first time you meet them, that you can run them away. Mm-hmm. So my consultations are free because I'm not doing anything. I ain't doing nothing but talking. And that's it.
How long do you feel like your consultation takes? Like, how long is that?
So the consultation can last about 30 minutes, about 30-minute consultation.
Okay. I said, that's cool. Hey, that works, guys.
Yep.
So like I said, so his approach, it works. He doesn't have, and I guess if you put a number on it, how many people you feel came to a consultation and didn't move forward with the service at some point?
I don't know. Maybe since I've been doing this, I got one, and actually, you were there.
Okay.
So we got to see what this guy gonna do. So
yeah, he's a pending calls. Yeah, we got to see him.
So I've closed every sale so far. And I've closed every sale so far.
And he's been doing this for years, y'all. And he ain't just start like yesterday.
Closed every sale. Because I closed every sale. I'm trying to think about if I missed one or not, because I'm being very authentic with it. And I've called every sale.
Look at that. Because he sounds the kid had, so y'all see his serious demeanor. That's kind of how he be handling it at the place. But he's very genuine. He's very helpful with his clients. So you come in and somebody, you've been dealing with hair loss for a certain time period, and then you got somebody that's telling you, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what's available. When can you come in? That's really kind of how he gets to the point. So
the pressure, the pain point in being a salesman is going to be the key. It's going to be the key.
Now we do have somebody say they charge for the consultation, and if they do go forward, they put the money towards that. A lot of people do that as well.
Smart.
That's my approach too. Yeah, that's my approach. And I only start charging for the time because, like I said, on the trichology side of it, I'm naturally going to give you some tips that's going to, like, if you work with me or not, you got something that you can buy some retail or something like that. So it's up to you. Whatever work method works for you. Kent has majority male clients. So if he can get them in the door and talk, by the time they're coming to him, they done researched and they already know what they want to do. And it's been working for them. But if you find yourself like, hey, you know what? It's taking time out my day to do this. And that's, that's not what you want to give up because you're not sure how your close will go. Charge for a consultation, and either way, you got paid for your time. So Miriam asks suggestions on making the environment more private when the shop is shared with others. Good one, Miriam. Good.
So I've had this experience as well. Those kind of like wardrobe screens that they have, they kind of look like bamboo. That you can
those little partitions.
Yeah. You can get one of those.
Okay, that's really good. I tell people too, if you are in a setting where it's just you, you're not always by yourself, and you don't know if you know the people. Like a lot of times, the bulk of the people want to come when everybody's there. So setting your consultations or appointments for those clients before or after the start of the day. Like I know when I was working in the barbershop, which me and Miriam used to work together. Hey girl. And so what we would do when I first got in the hair loss, well, we had a lot of barbers in there who did regular services, and clients were seeing me as if they weren't that comfortable with it. But to be honest, y'all, once they got in that consultation and we won their trust, they were willing to come during the regular hours. But that first consultation, guys, maybe that first service, definitely have it when they're there by themselves, because you're just not knowing what you're working with. Okay. And once you kind of win that client's trust, they trust that you're going to cover there's certain things you could do while people are there. Cover their head while they're taking them to the sink room, the shampoo area. Cover their head when they come back. Put that petition up. Like this, don't let the client feel like you are at least putting forth some effort to make them feel like you are including their privacy or considering their privacy.
Right. I've also rented out buildings before.
Okay.
Before I went and got my own shops, I most definitely, because I was in a barbershop doing a unit, and it was just too many people in there. There's too many people in there.
The client still was rocking with you, but you just knew.
Too many people in here.
Somebody mentioned putting working, if you don't work on Mondays, have the people come in on the day that you don't work. And guys, when you're starting out, that's ideally the best thing anyway, because you're trying to get your clients to the point of knowing that like once you get a couple of clients that are hair loss clients, you could about go get your own suite anyway. So don't feel like this is a permanent solution. This is just like, hey, I just started. I do not have the money to just go jump. I don't encourage anybody to just jump out and go buy a building or jump out and go get a suite. Get you enough clientele so you can stand on that when you do move out to another place. And we've all been there. And honestly, being in the room with other beauty professionals, I took advantage of it. Like, okay, well, I'm here working on hair loss clients, and all my peers and comrades have hair loss clients. Let me get their hair loss clients too, and then we can all move together. So, right. And I don't know stealing tip, but they're okay if you have that community. Like when my colleagues knew that I went to get hair loss, they were willing to give the people to me because they knew, hey, my client got some other stuff going on. So make that network with your people. People will respect what you have going on. Be very open about it, and like I said, you can bring it on in.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's really good. And then after you, like I said, in the last question, and we'll open it up for Q&A, guys. When you get the people in your chair, how do you retain them? Like, what is your retention process? Like, do you have them come in for mandated maintenance? Do you just install it and it's like, okay, I'll see you whenever you're ready to come back? What do you do when it comes to maintenance and retaining your clients?
So the thing about units, once you do the unit, a lot of times you've just built the bond because they feel so good. Their confidence have come back. They just feel so good about their unit.
Mm-hmm.
So when they look at it, you can tell that. So once you're telling that, now how are we going to take care of this? How can we keep this looking good?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to keep this looking good, we're going to have to try to at least do this every 2 weeks. Now, you don't have to come in every week, but at least every 2 weeks, you need to come in to get it touched up. So that's how I retain. I already set that appointment in the chair before they get up.
How
Next
does
2 weeks.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, and when they come in, like, what does your maintenance look like? For your clients.
Right. So my maintenance is automatically. I'm going to look at how's the unit holding up.
Okay.
How does it look up under the unit? Have any pieces came out of the unit that need to be replaced? Okay. How is the hairline? Because that adhesive was there. Does the hairline need to be trimmed up, adjusted? Does the size need to be trimmed up or adjusted? These are the things that we're looking for. Or do we just at this time do we need to put a new unit because this one has ran its course?
Okay, cool. So y'all see how that goes now. And he doesn't necessarily have to. His clients, depending on the method, they may not have to get shampooed because depending on if he's doing a free lay or if he's doing a unit. But those are the details that's why it's required to do some training on this, guys. And we do want to teach you guys when to use the method and how to manage the maintenance specifically for each method that you use. So, but definitely all type of options require you to have maintenance depending on what one you use. Somebody said, but actually, we open it up for Q&A, guys. So, if y'all go ahead and flood us with the questions so we can get to them. I think we caught most of them as we went. We do have, what if they can't come every 2 weeks? What do you suggest for them to keep up with home maintenance? Kent?
Right, that's a good question there. Good question. So this is where the quick fix will come in with the hair fiber. So this is how if they have a spot that need to be touched up, but they can't get to the shop, they're going to go ahead and use some type of topic, some type of hair fiber to fill that spot until they can get back to the shop.
And you could, and that's something that you guys could easily have in retail at your own shop. Yep. Get with a company, I encourage everybody to get with these vendor companies and get the wholesale price and sell it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can easily go to Sally's and get some of this stuff and upsell from there, because some people pay you for the convenience. Then they're gonna be like, oh, I get it cheaper at Sally's. No, can't you get this? You can put it in my hand. I trust you to talking about. Get your retail sell off of that. We do have Mrs. Angela raised her hand. Go ahead, Miss Angela. You can ask your question.
Hi everybody. So
Hey,
I think that I just wanted to add, I think that when you deal with units and or any type of hair extensions, whether it's for hair replacement or enhancement, I think that what has happened in our industry, and I'm 36 years in the industry, and I think that what has happened is that people have made that a comfort zone. And in regards to Ken saying that, have a divider, so that other people can't see. Well, I think it should be respected that way in the first place. And if you embrace somebody's vulnerability to be open enough to let you see it, you don't have to make them vulnerable to everybody, because that's where the lack of respect for the service comes in. Because now, if I'm doing it and you're exposed in front of everybody, well, guess what? Now my customer gets to have a comparison of services. You know what I mean? Other clients have to see that as well. So when you think of any type of extension, any kind, from braids to locks, whatever the case may be, it should always be pricing at a level that people get privacy. And you shouldn't be thinking about anybody else's money, because the hair is the star, it's not you. So you want to make sure that client is feeling particular. You know what I'm saying? Because you're giving them a particular hair. You're giving them a particular look. So don't make them feel like I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing. When somebody is spending a ticket more than $400 to $500, they don't want to look at the person next to them and say that they have that in common. People want to feel that they're making a big step by investing in themselves that way. Don't make it normal.
Exactly. Thank you, Miss Angela. And
That's just my opinion.
that just helps us be able to maintain, like I said, a professionalism. If you're a licensed cosmetologist, guys, you should be top tier. So hair loss.
I mean, I am.
Yeah.
I'll tell this. Like, I have women and men I've had, but when women have male pattern baldness, they don't look anybody in the eye in the salon. Right? They're in their phone. They are very indirect, and they're not comfortable. But as soon as you put it on top without it even being attached, they get to looking up, they get to talking, they get to doing this. So I think that it's important that, you learn the process, you learn what it takes, you learn how to do the service efficiently, and don't price it until you got it, not just because a service. Some people jump out there and be like, I took the class. You need to perfect it first. You know what I'm saying? Go sit back and find every bald-headed person that you know, and hey, I'm gonna take this off and put it on. But you know what? I just think that people are too busy taking classes and think that that they got it and it certifies it, and then you push people away from getting the service ever again because of a bad experience.
Yeah, because we didn't know what we're doing. Yeah, definitely specialized guy. It takes practice. Yeah,
money. Just because you pay the money doesn't mean that you specialize in it.
No.
And that's a big issue. And I learned that when being in Atlanta. I've taken all these people's classes. I'm thinking I'm an old head. Maybe I need to see something new. And I'm like, y'all don't know what you're doing. My point is to everybody out here, man, perfect that, because guess what? When they leave you, they want to feel confident, because nobody wants to feel ignorant in your chair. They don't want to feel that they had these other expectations, but you gave them what it was and they missed it. And they get on their car and they cry. Or they have people, texting them all while they're in your chair, paying that $650 and above service, saying what it looked like, what's going on. So you have one time to show your skill set.
That's it.
And great personality is good, but if your skill set ain't there, you're just a nice person.
Right. No, I think that definitely needed to be shared. That definitely needs to be shared, because that is one reason why we choose the platform that we choose for of educators. We want people who's like real time working and doing the skill set they're doing, like real experts, because there's people not doing what they need to do. We're trying to take back the integrity of the industry and what we need to do.
Miss McCray, every time I pop in, you always impress me. So I'm really proud of your service.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like that. I was like, I don't like taking people money. I tell people all the time, like, I'm not in the field to take people money. So you need to make sure you getting what you need here. And that's why we have these free trainings to see if this is even what you're good at. If you even want to do it, so we do have somebody who did ask, because I don't want to hold you guys up too long. That is, Miss Lorraine said, are there good quality curly hair for those who want to match their existing natural long hair? Kent, do you want to take that question, or what you want me to take it?
Yeah, there is. But y'all know where I get my stuff from. But there is. You got to go in there and look for it. You will see it. You will see it. It'll be salt and pepper.
Yep, the salt and pepper. Yeah, you get the salt and pepper units. So, guys, y'all know the vendor list that I usually share with you guys when we do our free webinar trainings. Those vendors are factories that, if let's just say you didn't see what was available at the store, or you didn't see what was available, in stock with the vendors that's on there, you can always get it customized. So the consultation will be that time to do that. The person says, hey, I'm not trying to cut my hair off. I don't want a shortcut. I want to match my long existing hair that I have. You should be able to make it. Okay, we'll use my head. My hair is shaved. I should be able to measure this area and match it to this area. I can get dreadlocks if I want to. If this is 12 inches, we want to get 12 inches for that client. And that unit should be able to blend right over into that, because you're getting something that's going to attach here and blend to this other side of the hair. That's how customized hair placement is. And that's what we're learning how to do, guys. And we wanted to teach you guys how to, we're teaching you guys how to do. We have specialized, and we each have our own techniques that we've done it in, but we want you guys to be able to take off and run with it as well. And so, hold on, I want to share with you guys what we do have coming up, because like I say, I like to I gotta make myself the other one the host. We're doing this to, one, let you know what's available out there, and we also doing this to help innovate, let you guys know, for those who do want to do training, what is available for you guys to be able to do that. And so if you are a person who's like, what, I have clients in my chair who need them a cover up method, or maybe you're needing some type of refresher, or like I said, if you just came on just to get this information, it's good as well. We want you guys to know about, is it sharing the screen? Oh no. We do have our in-person event coming up, because we have people who need some hands-on training, okay? Or they want the hands-on training. And we want to make sure that you're coming to somebody that's reputable, who's doing it. And so I know what I teach, but I also work with other educators who specialize in their own ways. And that's why we brought Kent onto the team. We have another teammate that will be on, which we'll interview her later on, which is Terry Brown. She's going to be helping you guys with repairs and how to customize cranial prosthesis. Kent will be there teaching you guys the loose hair lay-in method. I'll be there teaching you guys how to install actual, hair systems, hair units. We'll do the consultation, how to close your consultation. And we'll also have a whole business development day, because once you guys decide that, I want to do some insurance, I want to accept the VA payments, I want to accept the financing, your tax paperwork need to work right. So we got us a tax person coming. You might want to expand your building, but maybe you don't have the business funding for that. So we got somebody who's coming in talking about personal credit and business funding. We have somebody that'll be coming in, and we're going to interview all these people, guys, so you can hear what it's all about and what that entails. We have individuals who know how to get you grants for your business. Like after the pandemic, guys, there was so much money on the table, but some of us did not get, because our business was not set up. So not only are you going to learn how to do non-surgical hair placement and run the business part of it, the hands-on business part of it, because many of us have that, but you also need that business development component. So we just got to get our stuff together, y'all. I don't like us sitting here. So we sitting here on the we shouldn't be suffering. Let me put it like that. We're way too talented to be nickel and diamond and having to rub coins together, because we don't know how to access funds that's out there for us. We don't know how to make ourselves a small women business certification or minority business certification and access government funding. things like that. So we're going to have all those topics shared, guys. And then even those of us who are like, you know what, I really like hair. This is really all I've been doing for years. Now I don't know how to retire. I don't know what to retire. I don't know how to set up an IRA account. I don't have access to portfolio information to plan out my retirement so I can know by this age I can stop. I'm not having to wait till 65 and my back hurting too bad to keep doing hair. We got to set some things up. So our day one will be, yeah, I promise I shared this thing, but hold on, it's coming up, I guess. Let's say it is. I don't see it coming up on my end over here. But either way, I do have the flyer online. But I'm gonna put the link down here too, guys, if you want to look at it. But we do have it's pretty much our hair loss business master course where it is a team of us. It's not just me, but it's a team of us teaching you guys everything you need to know about the hair loss business, from the paperwork side to the actual hands-on side for doing the application part. We can do the application because that's what we do as beauty professionals. That's just what we do. But we need to know the business part that comes with it. And I really want to make sure you guys know that. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Y'all say such pretty things. I appreciate it. And I'm very passionate about it. That's why we go hard like we do about it. The dates of it is October 12th through the 14th. So that is actually a Saturday and Sunday. And I know you're kind of like, oh, Saturday gonna be tough. That is Columbus Day weekend. So if you got kids in school, they on that summer break that fall break that they having for no reason. That's what's that is happening during that time. And a matter of fact, let me put this link down here. And right now, though, for those of you all who are getting in on this knowledge early, you can save 15%. So you can save about $225 off the class right now if you go ahead and register now. We do have it linked to Shopify, so you can also use Shop Pay to finance. I think they're taking it as low as like $90 a month or 40 something dollars a month. We do have somebody in the comments on the live that said, if you do not have a good replacement to just provide the unit, there's an option to outsource to a trusted person. Yes. So that was somebody in our live. They said that, like, if you are a person who may not specialize in this right now, or this is something that you're interested in doing, you're not comfortable with it now. Like me, I'm not a barber. Kent knows all day. Yeah, if I got a guy who come in who's like, hey, I just want to look good, and they show me like a skin tight fade that they want, yeah, you need to go to my boy Kent, because that's what he specializes in. I could get you the unit, but I'm not going to say I'm a barber and I can do the fade that they want when I have a friend that's a barber that specializes as well. Know when to outsource. If I'm working with a trichology, well, I do trichology, but let's just say I'm just doing hair replacement, but the person really want their hair to grow back. Let me send it to a trichologist, or a trichologist can send me a person who really is like, okay, I'm not really worried about the restoration part. I want to come to a person who does hair replacement. Build your network. So with our event, guys, even though it's a 2-day event, that night we are doing a social event, right? Because what I'm hearing a lot from my beauty professionals and my barbers, we don't have a network. I can call my friends, my fellow barbers and stylists and all that, and say, hey, what vendor are you using today? Even Kent said it. We call each other all the time. Like, hey, man, do you have this you got this on hand today? Because I got somebody who's ready today. We can do that because we have that type of, and it's not Kent got to pay me to do that. I don't have to pay Kent to do that because we have a network. We want you guys to build your own network of other beauty professionals. So that Saturday night after the business day, you will have a social network event. It's gonna be fun. I like to have fun. We gonna feed you and everything. We gonna feed you the whole time, but you're gonna have time to mix and mingle and network with your fellow comrades, so you guys can build a network for your people and share vendors. I get new vendors by talking to my colleagues. I don't even have to research them no more. And so we want you guys to get that too. Okay. You got anything else you want to add, Kent? Before we shut it on down?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Appreciate everybody logging on.
I'll lock in, guys. Like say you're 15% now. Oh, somebody just shared a picture. Is this rare for a unit? What is it doing? Okay. Somebody's put up a picture. Oh, somebody's put up a picture. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it looks fine, but I can't really tell anything bad. It doesn't even look like a unit to me.
Yeah, I most definitely can tell it's a unit. It's a polyurethane unit. It's a lay down.
Okay, go ahead.
It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good.
That's really good.
It looks good. It looks good.
So that's the type of stuff you guys can learn to do. I'm just not a barber, but we have units. So, okay, let me tell you how I work with my barber friends, right? Because I have a lot of barber friends who just wasn't trying to do, they just weren't trying to make this money. They were cool with, I was willing to pay them $50 for the haircut. So in a barber's mind, they're like, oh, yeah, I'll take that $50 because guys aren't charging $50 for a haircut. So I would literally install the unit. I've gotten units with waves like that, right? Got the waves, got it fitted to the guy, sent it to my barber friend, shot him $50. Now, y'all already know how much we just were talking about how much units cost. And I'm transparent. I'm gonna tell the barber, hey man, you could have got this whole thing. This guy just paid me like $750. He'd be like, yeah, I ain't comfortable with that. He cool with the $50. I just got $750.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't want to do it.
That barber wasn't me, y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely wasn't Ken. Ken, like I said, Ken, go ahead, take the whole thing. Ken, get him. Get him. Ken already knew, and I met Ken. Ken was already in this, okay? But I have had, and I'm saying, I'm naming, like I even had students. I'm like, look, take this. I'm gonna put it on. I had them put it on. You put it on, cut it down, take the pictures, put it on your page, let them know it's you. People, we got to break down that fear, guys, because people need it. I don't have the skill set to make that guy look like that, but my friend do. And so I'm gonna send him to Kent.
Yeah, that was a good unit.
So yeah, we can get those units, guys. Kent can do that effect with the loose hair method, and we can also do that effect with the guy that we're waiting on. He needs a unit, and he doesn't know if he want to pay for a unit. That's what's going on. But like I said, Kent can do either way that he wants to do it. So yeah. So we don't want you guys to miss out on the money. Like I said, we saying $750. That's on the lower end, guys. You can get that, just depend on somebody who needs 20 inches of hair. That has jacked that unit up to another tax bracket, okay, of service.
I see a lady on here with last name Hunter.
Oh, I thought that was you. Oh, no. That's KJ. That is you, KJ Hunter. We have a Hunter on here. Let's see. They can unmute themselves. Might be your people, Kent.
Right.
Oh, Miss Roberta. Hey, Miss Roberta. Let me unmute Miss Roberta. Can you unmute Miss Roberta? It won't let me unmute you. Yes, but Roberta, she's been in the industry for a very long time. Oh, I know what I done changed myself from a host. That's what happened. That's why I can't do that right now. Hold on, I'm doing over here. But yeah, but like I say, if you guys have any questions, y'all know how to contact us. And we will be having another one in 2 weeks. And our guest speaker, I think we're gonna be talking about marketing in 2 weeks. So yeah, make sure y'all tune into that. All right. So thank you, Kent, for being a great guest with us. Y'all make sure y'all follow Kent. How can they follow you or stay in contact with you on like social media?
So my social media is at _art_of_fades_barbershop.
D, right? D underscore?
_art_of_fades_barbershop.
And that's on Instagram?
Yep. Get me on that.
They find us on YouTube too. Yeah, we on there. Thank you, Miss Shanae, for tuning in with us too and staying tuned in. But yes, so guys, connect with all of us, guys. It's definitely we all about sharing knowledge. But like I said, if you need training, you need training. So don't think Kent gonna give all this game. So yeah, but we are
you
here.
See how you got D.
It is DA, right? I thought that went right. That's what it's supposed to be DA.
D. Okay. TH.
Oh, the. You say like THE. Oh, you one of them. You saying the. Yeah. I didn't think it was spelled like that. Art of Fade. So I'm giving you time to get that. I'm giving you time to get these links, guys. And just kind of subscribe. If you're not, well, y'all already subscribed, so y'all gonna get notified when we do it again. and everybody saying thank you. Oh, so I get some DM saying thank you. You guys are so welcome. And we will talk with you all next week. In 2 weeks.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.